What is up, sports bettors? I am Ninja, and this is my review for the DraftKings Sportsbook. And you are watching this video because you're thinking about signing up to DraftKings and you probably have some questions. Well, I'm going to answer a lot of those questions as I dig into the FIN certified criteria we here at OddsShark use to grade sportsbooks. So, in this video, I'm going to be looking at user experience, bonuses and promotions, banking, sports and odds variety, and of course, safety and security. Before we get into it, OddsShark is an affiliated partner with DraftKings, so we do receive compensation for any signups and deposits that come via our links on site or in the description of this video. That does not mean that we can't be fair or balanced in our reviews, and it's why we created Fin Certified. We wanted to have a specific criteria to view all of our partnered books through and hold them to a high standard. So let's get into the review. Many out there feel that DraftKings has the best app in the industry, and it is sharp. There's no doubt. Everything is nicely laid out. It's easy to find leagues, and they have the biggest events presented very nicely. You can see here some nice US Open options offered at DraftKings. The menu at the top here is super handy and deep. The quick hits section for Game 4 of the NBA Finals, for example, just well organized if you're looking to bet early game stuff. First basket, first field goal, first possession results, just handy to have organized in this manner. You can see this courtside buzz tab as well, sort of collating the hottest bets on the app. And I like the cleverly named SGP bets like this Siakam SGP. Siakam over 20 points, 7 boards, 2 made threes, and the Pacers to win at plus 950. I'm not much of a parlay guy, but I am a sucker for some good titling on an SGP. And clicking up here where it says NBA, it brings up every basketball league they have to offer. WNBA, Brazil, the Big Three, Australia, tons of leagues in just basketball. They have similar presentation across all sports, so really good stuff. And I mean, aesthetically, it's just super clean. Player headshots, logos, it just ticks all the boxes that I'm looking for. If your app looks good, I'm happy to spend time on it, and DraftKings really has that going for it. And going into a ball game here, you can see the percentage of bets placed on the money line, spread, and total. The app is pretty jammed with info, and I will say that could make it a bit overwhelming for a new bettor, but I really dig it. I just want to mention a few things for the UX here that makes DraftKings a bit more unique than most of its competitors. The first is a feature directly within the app, and it's the DraftKings social community. I just like this as a unique feature. You can interact with each other, track your bets with your friends, share bets with others, follow verified players, and much more. It's just a neat little feature that they've got in here. Next is their Pick 6 feature, and here you select at least 2 athletes in whatever sport and pick them going higher or lower than their selected stat category. Make your picks, choose whatever your entry fee is going to be, and away you go. It is billed as a peer-to-peer game, so you compete against others, and your performance is then determined by how well you do against other Pick 6 players. Just a super cool feature, and another thing that really separates DraftKings from the rest. The last thing is, of course, their daily fantasy feature. I know I don't need to go into too much depth here because I'm sure you all know what the deal is, but they have tons of different contests here where you can compete against your friends or against the greater public. You can draft new lineups whenever you want, enter contest, and compete to win cash prizes. Now, has to be noted that for Pick 6 and Daily Fantasy, these can be launched from the desktop, but they do have separate mobile apps. I just wanted to call them out as really great features under the greater DraftKings umbrella. There's just tons to do at DraftKings. The app looks fantastic, it performs just as well, and it's going to keep you busy. This is the easiest 5 stars I can give from a UX perspective. Promos, bonuses, boosts, all pretty good here at DraftKings, and they have tons of stuff to sink your teeth into. We are recording this in June, so right now, there are some good offerings around the NBA Finals and the US Open, for example. Some profit boost stuff, which is always great to have in your back pocket. You can see here some MLB profit boosts, soccer, WNBA, a bunch of other stuff. They have refer a friend promos as well, and currently, at the time of this video, they have a promo for MLS Season Pass where if you make a $5 bet or more on any soccer game, you can get an MLS Season Pass subscription. So pretty solid for you MLS fans out there. Deposit bonuses are pretty standard. New customers get a 20% bonus of up to $1,000 in DK dollars, and they are constantly refreshing this kind of stuff. For example, this current promo is only available for 17 more days. Definitely a solid list of bonuses and promos here at DraftKings, but just not as robust as some of their competitors, so I'll go 4 stars here. Depositing and withdrawing can vary from state to state, as each jurisdiction may have different laws from the next. So make sure that you check your state just to be sure it falls in line with how you want to do your sportsbook banking. But you can expect fairly industry standard stuff here. For deposits, you'll be looking at credit card, debit cards, PayPal, Apple Pay, Venmo, as well as some others. And to withdraw those sweet winnings, you'll be looking at debit card, PayPal, Venmo, and some older school methods like check. But for bettors looking for the most modern solutions, you'll find them here at DraftKings, and funds are fairly quick to hit accounts, usually within 24 hours. Pretty uniform in the industry for deposits and withdrawals, so very much par for the course with their competitors. Quick and easy for transactions, which is how we like it. There is not going to be one sportsbook out there that has the best odds across all sports, which is a big reason why we advise shopping around and having accounts spread across a number of books. DraftKings is pretty competitive, but it really excels in niche props, which I'll get into in a moment. First, though, all your favorites, of course, are going to be here. NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, golf, and so on. All the popular ones are more than covered. They also have plenty for fans of things like NASCAR, tennis, soccer, and tons more. If you want it, DraftKings is going to have it. And you can make all your standard bets, of course, money lines, spreads, futures, SGPs, props. Like just looking at today's MLB board, you've got your list here, and then up above, your alt menus, run lines, alt totals, and more. And above that, quick SGPs, batter props for the day, pitcher props for the day, series props, head-to-head stuff, innings markets, and just tons more. Really impressive. DraftKings even has a really solid live betting platform as well. You can see here a really good interface when you're looking at live betting and tons of things to bet. Looking at the NBA here, next basket type, and then over in baseball, things like over or under for velocity for the next pitch. Definitely plenty for people that like to get in some live betting. But DraftKings really thrives with props and unique betting markets, futures, and things like that. Over in the NFL, we can see just a ton of specials out there for every NFL team. Like just looking here at the Steelers, offering DK Metcalf specials, Aaron Rodgers to have over 4,000 passing yards, and then over to the Broncos, I'm just picking at random here, but Cortland Sutton plus 650 to have 10 or more receiving touchdowns and over 1,000 receiving yards. Just tons and tons of fun stuff like that. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Player futures, stat leaders, rookie markets, Cam Ward passing yards, Cam Ward passing touchdowns, on and on. MLB, tons of player prop stuff for pitchers and hitters on today's board. Just really deep and no shortage of betting opportunities. And really quick, before I move on, NFL teasers, 2-team 6-point teasers, are offered at minus 120, which is pretty standard, and DraftKings offers 6, 6.5, and 7-point teasers in 10-cent increments. I love what DraftKings has going on here for sports and odds variety. Everything from the NFL to the American Cornhole League. Tons and tons of betting options across the board, and some really fresh and unique niche markets as well. Absolute 5 stars. With DraftKings as one of the premier regulated brands in the space, they take safety and security seriously. They use a service called Threat Metrics to detect threats and help with things like fraud prevention and authentication. So DraftKings is meeting requirements to protect its users. And if you have any concerns, they have a very robust FAQ section so you can dig in and read the fine print on anything that's on your mind. Customer service is good with a 24/7 live chat and support email. You can also reach them on X and Facebook, and they are pretty good to respond in a timely manner. Pretty standard for the biggest books out there. I do feel like they go above and beyond for responsible gaming, so a massive shout out there. Bettors can self-exclude if they are facing behavioral issues, meaning customers can ban themselves or take a break with a forced timeout. You also have the option to set limits on your betting as well, meaning you can set wagering limits or deposit limits at DraftKings, so I can appreciate them going that little extra bit. The site is safe and secure, and they do have options to protect their players, so 5 stars. DraftKings is an absolute playground for sports bettors, and I love what they have to offer. I love what they're doing here. The presentation is super slick and easy on the eye. The niche markets, a lot of fun. The social betting platform they have is great. And of course, you've got separate things like Pick 6, Daily Fantasy. I wish they had more bonuses and promos, but that's really nitpicking, to be honest. It's one of the better books out there, top to bottom. It obviously does get Fin certified status, and if you want to learn more, you can check out our on-site review over at oddshark.com. If you want to sign up right now, hit the link in the description, or you can go over to oddshark.com and get started right there. If I did help, hit that thumbs up button, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. We'll be more than happy to answer. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Happy betting. Stay safe.